With great pleasure, I introduce Greg Tamlin.
Thank you, Zach, and thank you for those lovely observations on love and prayer. That's powerful. And good morning. I'm really happy to be here. You know, I was talking to a couple people before service, and I've been doing whatever this is. I've been doing this for about 25 years all over the country, hundreds and hundreds of Unity churches, and for some reason, I've never been to Des Moines, and it's only 3 hours away from where I live. You know, I was thinking, well, what's up? Well, how come this took so long? It's obviously a wonderful place. So thanks for having me. I want to share some thoughts about what I call the sacred and the silly. These are just ideas and observations that have helped me a lot. And the sacred and the silly as the pathway to the joy of now, of this moment. So to start, what I'd like to do is to go back 800 years, halfway around the world. The ancient Sufi poets that were living and writing then, most of us know Rumi, right? And some of us probably know Rumi's contemporary, Hafez. We have any Hafez? Yeah. So if you don't know Hafez, I encourage you to get a book of Hafez poetry because he's wonderful. He's very deep, very profound, and at the same time, quite whimsical. 800 years ago, he said this: what is the difference between your experience of existence and that of a saint? The saint knows that the spiritual pathway is a sublime chess game with God, and that the beloved has just made such a fantastic move that the saint is now tripping over joy, bursting out in laughter and saying, I surrender. Whereas, my dear, I'm afraid you still think you have 1,000 serious moves. It's good, huh? Well, I can relate to this really well because about 25 years ago, life got really serious for me literally overnight. I got into a lot of trouble, physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually, about every way you can be in trauma. I was in trauma, and I don't want to go into it. It's a long story, but you need to know that it was serious. It was really, really scary and a very, very definite low point. Maybe somebody else has had a low point. Anybody had a low point? You know, I mean, you know how it jumpstarts your motivation. So I was looking at my life and trying to figure out what happened and come up with some kind of excuse. So this is what I figured out. It's called Just a Little Soul Hanging Out in Space. Well, I was just a little soul hanging out in space, getting ready to come into the human race. God came over and he said to me, well, kid, what you want to be, it's time for you to go get a life. But you don't have to have no struggle or strife. You can live a life of comfort and ease, worldly pleasures, do as you please. I can give you parents with lots of money. Southern California, bright and sunny, tall and handsome, a movie star, fancy parties, expensive cars, or maybe an athlete with rhythm and grace. You could do the Olympics, win every race, confidence just oozing from you, and the women, they're gonna love you. Or maybe you'd like to help those in low places, like a Peace Corps worker or Mother Teresa. But you know, when it's all said and done, being the Pope is a lot more fun. Or how about a yogi with magical powers? You could levitate for hours and hours, teach everybody to walk on hot coals, sell books and CDs by the truckloads. Well, what do you say, kid? You make the call. You can have any part or you can have it all. You just tell me what you want to be and I'll give it to you. It's my guarantee, yeah. I just stood there with my mouth open, 'cause you know, that's just what I'd been hoping. But while I was deciding to choose which one, I thought, well, maybe I'll just have me some fun. 'Cause me and God, see, we're pretty tight. And I know God likes a good joke, all right. So I figure I'll pull his leg for a while, see if I can't make the old boy smile. So I say, Father o' mine, you know, all that glory, to tell you the truth, sounds kind of boring. I want a life with some challenge to it. You know, something I gotta work to get through it. I don't want fame and easy success. I want to be shamed and easily depressed. With various physical and mental afflictions. You might as well throw in multiple addictions. I don't need life to be a sweet dream. I want writer's block and low self-esteem. Sensitive skin and food allergies. And when I get around girls, make me sneeze. Make me wish that I had more height. Give me claustrophobia, stage fright. Prone to worry, riddled with doubt. Thinking I'll never figure life out. Yeah, that's it, God. That's what I want to have. And then I just shut up so he could laugh. Well, God looked at me with a puzzled brow, shook his head and just said, holy cow. For a minute he stood there pulling his beard, and then he said, kid, you're pretty darn weird. And I know you're just playing the fool, but this time, kid, the joke's on you. And then he grinned at me and he yelled, Shazam! And that's my story, and here I am. All right. I'm glad you could relate. You know, Will Rogers said if you find yourself in a hole, the first thing is stop digging. That's true. We have to have some awareness, some consciousness around what we think about all day, because it does tend to show up. Good news about that is if we own that, if we take responsibility for our lives, then there's power there, right? There's hope there. Because if I'm the problem in my life, I'm also what? A problem in everyone else's life. There's this great little place in the Gospel of Thomas, this passage I love. It says, if you bring forth that which is inside you, it will save you. Bring it forth. It'll save you. Let me ask you this. How many people have heard of an artist, a painter, named Donald Roller Wilson? Anybody? Me neither. But I read about him in the Airline magazine. And Donald Roller Wilson has this fantastic niche. All he paints is pictures, these beautiful, gothic, detailed pictures of chimpanzees dressed up in clothes doing bizarre things. Roland, do we have that available? Yeah, this is all he paints. He sells these for amazing amounts of money. He's got this celebrity following that's fantastic. But the reason I saved this is because there was a quote with it in the article, and I love this quote. Roller Wilson, he says, if it takes all the arrogance out of everything you do when you know that God is so much bigger than you are, and yet everything you are and do and see is filled with God. The trees, the asphalt, the people fighting over Aquanet at Walmart. Well, there's more to the quote, but I forget it. Anyway, he says you can make a profound, he says love is just as important as tragedy. He says silliness is just as important as tragedy, just as important as love. You can make a profound intellectual statement basing your efforts on silliness. That's it. Well, I totally agree with this. I know most of us probably have seen this Robin Williams movie, Patch Adams. How many of us saw that? Okay. So anybody in the room had a chance to see the real Patch, the actual Patch Adams? So 1, 2. So physically, you know, Patch is not like Robin Williams. You know, he's real tall. He's 6'6", kind of skinny. Long hair, long gray hair down to mid-thigh, usually half-dyed purple or blue or something. He's a clown doctor. He's a medical doctor who dresses like a clown every day. He's figured out that clowning and silliness are the best ways for him to inflict love and compassion on the world. So he's a clown doctor. Now, Patch has almost finished building the first silly hospital in the world, the Gesundheit Institute. It's in West Virginia. You can go volunteer there if you'd like to. I've been around Patch a lot at some various conferences that we're both appearing, and I see this effect that he's having in the world of medicine and healing. This is one person being silly in a profound way has created this huge wave that ripples throughout the world. Well, one of the things Patch says, I've heard him say this a couple of times, he says he feels like the world is wallowing in misery. And that one of the most radical things you can do is to have a good day. So that's not really radical to us, you know, because in Unity we teach that. But let me ask you this. We all know that life is serious. I mean, if we forget, we can turn on the news. This past week, just turn on the news for 2 minutes. We remember. We get reminded how serious life is. But is there anybody here besides me who's ever had the particular gift or talent of making life even more serious than it already is? Because I'm an expert at this. I can forget everything in 10 seconds, you know, and revert. So I wrote a song about this for myself. You can see if this helps you. This is called Writer's Block, or the long-term positive and negative effects of worry. I was worried about not writing any songs. No words, no tunes, nothing for way too long. I was worried I'd never write again. Maybe there was no more ink in my pen. And I thought about that, and I began to feel ashamed. I was ashamed that I'd been worried about not writing. I'd been through droughts before and come out fighting. It seemed like my worry was out of control, and I was ashamed about it down to my soul. And then it hit me what I was doing, and I started feeling guilty. I was guilty that I could let myself feel shame over something so insignificant as this writing game. I thought I'd released that stuff long ago, and I felt guilty that I had such a long way to go. And then I realized what I was doing, and I got embarrassed. I was embarrassed that my shame could make me feel guilty. All these negative thought patterns, man, it was silly. If someone could see inside my head, they'd give me a drug and put me to bed. Yeah, I was embarrassed. That made me mad. I was angry that I could be so immature. I was angry at me, down on myself for sure. And as my anger turned into resentment, I thought about what the long-term effects of that meant, and I realized what I was doing to my body, and I began to feel afraid. I was afraid of what I was doing to myself. All these negative emotions affecting my health. If body and mind are so interconnected, my shame, guilt, worry, and fear were making me infected, and I was afraid that I was becoming depressed. And as I began to sink into depression, the effect on my body and mind became an obsession. The outcome of this could not be in doubt. That gave me something new to worry about. I knew that I might not be around for too long, so I wrote it all down and I had a new song. And when I thought about that, I was fine again. Pretty silly. But there's great joy in that, see? There's great joy in taking something limiting and troubling and restrictive and turning it upside down or inside out and taking all the buzz, all the charge off of it. So it's not such a big deal anymore. Reframing things with humor. And worry is the enemy of joy, right? I mean, if we're worried, are we in this moment? It was like a little Jeopardy tone. If we're worried, are we in this moment? No. Okay, where are we? All right, we're in the future or the past. But we're not here. And the thing is, it's okay to look at the past and the future. Just don't stare. A lot of us get in the habit of staring. It's okay. I mean, it's easy to do. We get a lot of encouragement to do that from our culture. Which we're going to have some fun with that this afternoon in our comedy concert at 5 o'clock. We're going to look at some of the ways our culture encourages us to give up our power, stare at the past and the future. We're going to look at advertising. We're going to look at things like the top 10 whiny victim love songs. A lot of things that just affect us and infect us in ways we don't really always think about. And when you do that, when you step back and you reframe things with humor, all of a sudden you feel so much more empowered. Because they don't have the same effect on you that they did. I heard Mel Brooks talking about this on TV. He was on 60 Minutes, maybe you saw this. He said, Socrates told us it's good to know thyself. He said, but I've learned it's way better to now thyself. Now thyself. He said, we need more people living in the now. Living like every day is our last day. Which is why I never have any clean clothes, because who wants to do laundry on the last day? So silliness is a great way to now thyself. Silliness, playfulness, humor, it's a great way to just snap back from staring at the past and the future and come back to the moment. I actually could talk to you about this all day. I have so many great examples, but I have a 3-second demonstration that will make this point. And it doesn't require any thought, any preparation, any talent, nothing. All you have to do is when I say go, for 3 seconds, turn to somebody sitting next to you and have a contest to see who can make the weirdest face. Okay, ready? Go. Go on, just get weird for 3 seconds. Let it out. Stretch. Ah. Okay, good. Some of you are still going. That's really good. So here's the thing. I'm willing to bet for those few seconds, nobody in here was thinking about their mortgage or the divorce papers or the test results or whatever could be going on. For those few seconds, we're just here in that fun and that love together, and that's what's real. And that's what silliness does. It just brings us back to the moment. And my bias about this, my belief, is that all these gifts we associate with God, all of these qualities that we come to God for, like the peace and the love and the fullness and the abundance and the joy and the healing, and the connection and the power, all of these qualities that we associate with God, that we ask God about, they're available in every moment. They never go anywhere. God never takes them away. It's just that we're busy staring at the past and the future, or we're wrapped up in our important adult stuff. Here in the U.S. of stress, there's a friend of mine likes to call it the excited states of America. You know, we all have important grown-up stuff to do. And we forget sometimes to just come back to the present and open the gift. Silliness is one way to just come back to the present. Open the gift. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is where? Within. And to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must be like a... Let me hear that. Let me hear you say it. Child, right, child, yeah. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. But we forget. You know, I have a theory about this. You don't have to buy my theory, but my theory is that it's a cultural problem. We live in the U.S. of stress, like I said, where primarily it was founded by the Puritans, colonized by the Puritans. Remember them? They were so serious, the English kicked them out. H.L. Mencken said a Puritan is somebody who's worried that somehow, somewhere, somebody might be having a good time. I mean, they were serious people, those Puritans, and they're still with us. And so we all have that Puritan DNA in our cultural DNA. And the good part about it is that we all know how to work hard. You know, we can all work hard. Everybody here, we work harder than any country in the world. Still, we do. But the downside is some of us have trouble with that lightening up part. So if you grow up serious like I did, it's okay to practice. It's okay to give yourself, you know, little cues, wear funny clothes. Or one of the things I love to do the most is, you know, I have this theory that it's always, if you're asked a question that doesn't require a serious answer, then don't give one. And we get asked, the best example of this is all day long, people ask us, how you doing? How's it going? And we always just say, fine, or good, you know. Or once in a while we'll say, oh, I'm great. Well, what if you said something like, how you doing? Oh, parts of me are excellent. Or, how you doing? Well, I'm still getting away with it. How you doing? Oh, I'm starbuckinated. How you doing? Well, I'm still dangerous. You know, there's a million things like that you could say to somebody that's just going to change their moment, and you and that person will connect a little differently and a little better than you did. So lots of stuff like that. You could just, so easy, it's so fun. Or you could just hang out with 4-year-olds. You know, 4-year-olds will teach you within minutes how to be in the moment. Okay, so silliness is a great way to know thyself. There's other ways. You come to this church, so you know about meditation and prayer and service, gratitude, powerful feelings of love and connection. These are all things that tend to bring us back to now. But the other thing I want to touch on just for a second is the experience of the sacred. And I'm referring to the mystical connotation of this word, sacred. One of the things I did when I got down in that black hole, and it was just fear and despair. That's all it was for 5 years. One of the things I did was I went back to reading mystics because I'd gotten away from that for a long time. And I rediscovered these descriptions of the mystical experience of joining with God, merging with God so totally, so completely, that all there is God. There's no little self, there's no little soul, there's just the big self. There's no past, there's no future, there's just now, and there's God, and everything is God. It's like that line in J.D. Salinger's, whatever story that was, where the mother is pouring milk into the mouth of the baby. And the author, the writer says it was like God pouring God into God. Well, the mystics that have achieved this state, it's amazing, the similarity of their vocabulary, of their descriptions. Doesn't matter what tradition or what century. It's always described as rapture, ecstasy, nirvana, ultimate bliss, cosmic consciousness, joy beyond description. And the mystics that have achieved this state, and for whatever reason fallen out of it, their only desire is to get back there. That's all they care about. Reading these really helped me because I felt like if it was possible for humans to live at that level, then it must be possible for me to get up out of this hole I was in and have a good day. Just feel normal again. So what I'd like to do for the last couple of minutes is create an experience where we can all go together in that direction, just down that road a little bit. And there's a beautiful chant that you might know that really, really helps make this happen. It's a two-part chant. It's called Heart of the Mother. So the males, the guys, we have a part. The ladies have another part. We sing them together. And that's kind of the magic, is the two parts together. All right, so would that be okay? You up for that? All right. So let me teach it to you. And by the way, no pressure, but if there's a female in the audience who likes to sing and would like to come up and help me lead the female part, that would be like twice as good. Anybody want to volunteer for that? No pressure. Well, so I'm seeing some people getting some pressure. It's pretty simple. Nice alto voice, soprano. Oh, here we go. All right. Chris, is your mic over here? Oh, you've got it. Oh, Zach's got it. Okay.
Thank you.
And what's your name?
Kimberly.
Kimberly. Can we just say thanks to Kimberly? Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, so I'm going to teach the male part first, and then I'll teach everybody the female part. You may know it. If you know it, please help us just teach everybody else. So the male part is 4 lines, but very easy because they're almost identical. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Right? So the order is mother, love, Father, God. Right? This is how it sings. Again, help me if you know it. 1, 2, 3. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Okay, let's all try it. Mother, love, Father, God. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. Good. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Okay, let's open it up a little louder. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Okay, great. There's a couple of you, I'll just say this is actually easier with your mouth open. It's the thing is, it's not about you singing, it's about the sound that we're going to make together. It's a group sound, and if you're helping make it, you'll take so much more in. Okay, male part, that's the male part. You don't have to be a male to sing that part, but we have this beautiful female part that's very simple. It's just Ave Maria, and then a Greek phrase, Kyrie eleison. You've probably heard that before. It means, Lord have mercy. Kyrie eleison. If you can't remember that, sing carry a laser with an accent. And good. Okay? So this is how it sings, and if you know it, help me out. Ave Maria. Good. Kyrie eleison. It's a little high for me, but let's do it. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Let's do it one more time. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Oh, you're good. You're good. Is that you're a soprano?
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a soprano. You don't have to. You can sing the lower octave, the octave I was singing, if you're not a soprano. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Either one, but you sing the high part because that's gorgeous. Thank you. All right, so we're going to start with the low part. We're going to lock that in, then we're going to bring in the Aves, and we'll just do this a few times, not many. We'll get quiet with it, go into meditation, and then we'll come back with our chant. Okay, so this is a great time to let everything else go. Now thyself, and see where this takes you, right? So men, and any men helpers, I am one with the heart of the Mother, Love, Father, God. 1, 2, 3. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Come on, man, a little louder. Here we go. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. Good. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Keep it going, man. Ladies, Ave, Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. Okay, good. Same thing. One with the heart of the Mother. One with the heart of love. One with the heart of the Father. One with God. Okay, one more. Here we go. One with the heart of the Mother. Okay, now very quietly. One with the heart of the Mother. One with the heart of love. One with the heart of the Father. One with God. Okay, just silently. Let your eyes close, your body relax, and listen. Let all things be healthy. Let all things be peaceful. Be sure to count your blessings at least once a day. Forgive those who have hurt you and those who have offended you. forgive yourself for what you have done and for that which you have failed to do. That which is done, there is no need to speak of. That which is past, there is no need to blame. Have self-control, self-knowledge, self-respect, and the courage to dare. Be tranquil. The light of intelligence will shine. And strive to make a spot where you stand beautiful. Then the beauty and harmony will follow you in all your days and in all your ways on this journey we call life. And now let's get ready to hum our parts together. Together. Sing now. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. A little louder. I am one with the heart of the mother. Father, I am one with God. Okay, full voice now. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. One more time, full voice. Thank you all. I'm going to take a little pause here for the offertory. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. You can see why I was looking forward to that. All right.